everybody, here's WizzyPoo again. Coming with a mod that we use on our servers. This is an Indominus Rex mod. You know, they're modeled after the Jurassic World Indominus Rex. We have their roar. When taming these guys, you only want to level them in melee, just like a Giga. Their other stats don't really scale that well. They tame off of Quetz Kibble. You can also use mutton or raw prime. They do eat a lot when tamed. I was just using this guy earlier to kill a Titan. So you could see that I'm still eating back his food. So you want to make sure you have meat on these guys at all times. They're always in range of a trough. If not, they will starve in a couple of days. The other Indom mod that I was using, that was the first one I tried, the Indoms couldn't go invisible or stealth, and the Indoms when tamed, they would never gain efficiency after tame. Like a 150 would tame at like 154 or something. It was horrible effectiveness. So these guys tame like they're supposed to. 150 tames at 224. Their stats when they are wilds, their stats are going to nerf when you tame them, just like a Giga does. Wild Indoms can also give a bleed, and the tame ones can also enrage. So if you're fighting something and it's going to be doing a lot of damage to you, make sure you're using a stealth saddle, and make sure you go into stealth. You can go into stealth by pressing Q, and you can go out of stealth by pressing Q again. When in stealth, nothing can see you, nothing can attack you back. It's literally as if you're not there. Even if you're attacking a Giga, Titano, whatever you're attacking, it cannot see you if you are stealthed. Talking about what these guys are good for, other than being the most OP defense that you could possibly have in this game. They're amazing for farming meat and hide. I'm gonna give an example of that on this Parasaur. So that was 1200 meat, 673 hide. Our servers are on ×7. If you have, our servers have cross aberrations, so the best way to farm chitin and polymer would be to kill these crabs. So I just got 588 organic polymer and like 3000 chitin. So these guys also have the capability of farming wood and thatch. You can get a ton of wood with these guys. They cannot farm stone, it's just wood, thatch, meat, hide, organic polymer, and chitin. They do swim ridiculously fast. Like, it's kind of scary how fast these things can swim. You could almost use this as an underwater mount. Their oxygen bar actually does last a long time. Oh, I gotta go farm some fish. There we go, I got fish. Like, it's so funny. With my Indom. It's great. These guys' stam is nothing like a Giga's. You know how the Giga barely has any stam? These guys have tons of stam, and it does not deplete like crazy like it does on a Giga. These guys are overall just much better than a Giga. I can do some comparison to the Indom's bite versus the Giga's bite. Alright, here we have a bred Giga. She has 370% melee, 100% imprint, and we're going to compare her bite to the Indoms. So she does 1481 per chomp. So as you've seen already, the Indom is doing 5000 damage every single bite. So it's just no comparison, and this is a crappy Indom. 33 points in melee is all this thing has. 5k. I was like, what is he mad at? I'm so confused. Oh my god. It's lesser because the dial is probably mate boosted. This Giga also has very, very similar compared melee. They're both maxed out. They can't level anymore, so this is like a perfect comparison that the Giga has 34 points in melee, the Indom has 33 points. They're both imprinted, both bred, both have 100% imprint, and it's a 4K per byte difference. So the Indom is highly superior, also being able to farm wood and thatch unlike the Giga, stam not depleting like a Giga, being able to swim unlike a Giga, and just being able to stealth is just so OP. They are also just like a Giga in the sense that they can kill rock elementals just like a Giga can. And that gives you obsidian, oil, stone, crystal, metal, and sulfur. So that technically makes them able to harvest those resources. You just gotta run around the desert and eat rock elementals. The other thing about them is you have to be very careful. Like this right here, what I was about to talk about. If you hit a rock, a pebble, you get launched into the air and you go flying. So you have to be very careful with Indoms with that. If that does happen, you need to press E and dismount like before you hit the ground, just to make sure you don't take any substantial fall damage or kill your Indom. I have had people that have killed their Indoms with that and their Gigas with that. You just need to press E before you hit the ground. Alright, another thing I'm going to show you guys that's probably the awesomest thing about these, which is, it's just crazy that this is even a thing, but if you stealth, see, you're also invisible. If you dismount your Indom while your Indom's invisible, it makes you invisible. Like, how freaking ridiculous is this? So this guy right here, this capro, he cannot see me. Can't see me at all. I can punch it. He has no idea what's happening. I'm an Indom right now in stealth. So we're gonna try this. I don't know if that made me visible or not because I could see my hands now, but no, he doesn't seem like he sees me. He's not even... He didn't even react. Oh my god, that's just too funny. So yeah, this is just, let's see if it works on this guy. Right, you still can't see me? Oh, 140, hey! Nope. Doesn't see me. That is just, like, this is the ultimate way to tame dinos. Like, how is this a thing? There we go. 2 down. That's ridiculous. I wonder if I put the gun away, am I back to invisible? No. That's so weird! I'm like bugged invisible, but I can see myself. Like, that's awesome. But yeah, that's a little trick that you can do with an Indom. Is just stay invisible and run around and tame stuff. That's so OP. That's broken. It's not supposed to happen. These guys can also not change to a color event. So if you guys are having a color event on your server, like if it's Easter, Halloween, Christmas, or there's just an event out because of a new tech dino, these will never spawn in any color other than the standard Indom colors. I haven't bred them enough to say for 100% fact certain, but I'm pretty sure that these guys cannot get color mutes. That is the only thing that I would say is a con for them, since, you know, Gigas can obviously get color mutes. I mean, it's kind of sad that you can't have some crazy colored Indoms, but maybe I'm wrong, but so far I've never seen a mutated one, and I've never seen one go to a color event. Okay, so talking about saddle differences, in the saddles for your Indoms, you have 2 saddles that you can learn. One is just a regular Indom saddle, and the other one is your Rex stealth saddle. After some testing, I figured out the differences between these two. You really never want to learn the Indominus Rex saddle. There's no point. These both cost 75 engram points, so you just might as well learn the stealth one. The difference, the regular Indom saddle is brown. The stealth one that I'm using right now, it's gray. So the difference between this, there it is, a Reaper Queen right here, and right now it can't see me because I'm in stealth with the stealth saddle. If you have a non-stealth saddle on, it'll still be able to see you whether you're stealthed or not. So with the stealth saddle, you could press Q, and that's what makes you invisible and invisible. So now that it can see me, it's going to pop up, it's going to try to attack me. So if I press Q again, and I go stealth, he's going to stop attacking me because he doesn't see me anymore. He's going to go back into the ground. So this works with every dino in this game. There is not any dino that can see you. So we're going to test this on a Titano, so 150 Titano. These are modded Titanos. This guy has almost 1.2 million HP. So we're going to see basically how OP these guys are. You can just fight the Titan and it does not see you. It just keeps pacing around and walking like nothing's happening. So if you got a Titan that's near your base or near one of your friends' bases, you just get on your trusty Indom, go invis with the stealth saddle on, and you can just take care of it with no casualties. Completely ignoring me. That Reaper that's right over there is ignoring me. This is a primitive saddle. Allows you to kill a Titano. A 150 Titano. Sometimes they will flinch, like that one, he just flinched right there. Gigas will do it too, they'll flinch a little bit, but I mean, you kill him so fast, especially Giga, he doesn't have near as much HP as this Titan. There was a flinch. And it's down. And this is, you know, being a bred Indom, having the imprint, I mean, I really didn't lose any HP at all, and that was probably from earlier when I was fighting some, Reapers. I don't think I suffered any damage from the Titano, but you can see I have meat in my inventory, yet I'm, like, missing 2,000 food. That's how fast these guys can consume food. Like, whenever you're burning through stam, like, these things eat through their food, like it's ridiculous. So you have to make sure you've always got meat on them and they're always in range of a trough. These guys will starve in like 2 days if they have no food. It doesn't matter what level it is, doesn't matter what it is, as long as you're stealth and you have a stealth saddle on, you can kill it. Ultimate defense. Alright, so talking about where these guys spawn on RAG. If you add this mod to your server, I am going to say that you probably will have to adjust the spawn rates for them on RAG. I definitely did. When I added this mod to our server, we had about 50 Indoms across the server, which was just terrifying, to say the least. It was absolutely terrifying. Like, everybody was freaking out, like, there were Indoms everywhere. I had to definitely take the server down and fix that, because not everybody was preparing for there to be just an Indom in their yard. It was bad. So you will have to definitely fix that, unless you want your server to be like crazy, raging Indoms everywhere. Right now on RAG, we usually have like 1 or 2 up at a time. There's not very many up at all. And there I had to do that again. So the only places I have not seen them spawn for sure on Ragnarok is the swamp and redwoods. I have seen them spawn pretty much everywhere else on the map. It's just randomly. I've seen them spawn by Blue Obi, I've seen them spawn in Highlands, I've seen them spawn by Green Obi, I've seen them spawn along the coast by Red where the desert is. In the desert, they're just everywhere. So if you play on our servers or you put this mod on your server and it's a RAG map, make sure that you guys are making your base safe by at least putting dino gates around. These guys can damage stone. They cannot damage metal. So even if you just put stone gates around, they're not just going to start attacking your gate or anything. Like, you have to aggro them, and you know, they don't just attack structures. So you can use stone dino gates, but make sure that if there's any slope or stones next to them that they could step up on to let them get over the gate, you're going to have to make it higher in that specific spot to make sure they can't get inside your base. Alright, here we are on the center now. So there's Blue Obi right there. I have seen them spawn along this coastline by Blue. They're very, very rare to be over here, but it is possible for them to spawn on this coastline, just as a warning to any players who put this mod on their map for the center, or any players of ours that come here to play. Make sure if you do build on this coastline that you make sure your base is secure with dino gates or 4 walls high. The chords for right over here, I'll just do it really quick. Just for this area is 35.5, 70.1. The other place that the Indoms spawn, and this is their main spawn area, is the center island on the center. So this island on your map is right there, the one that's in the center in front of me. Those chords for here are 38.5, 40. So on this island here, I mean, there's beavers, there's megalosaurus, there's a bunch of allos, some rexes, but there are a lot of Indoms. There's one right there. We'll just quickly go around and show you how many's here. There's 2. Holy crap, what's happening? That's a lot of RGs. They're all angry. Three. They also spawn up on top, up here. There's usually a whole bunch of them up here. There's 2. There's 3. And they can also spawn up here. They'll usually just be standing right here or back in where that water is coming out, but they can be up here as well, which this is 40.2, 32.4. So if you want to tame if you want to tame Indoms for stats, it would help if I would stop flying into a rock. If you want to tame Indoms for stats, this is definitely the place to do it. There's at least 10 or more on the center island always. The good thing about them being here is you can just kite them right off the edge and they'll go down into the water and drown if you want to get new ones to spawn, or if you're trying to tame something up here that you don't want to risk the Indom getting close to you and killing you and your wyvern. I have lost 2 wyverns to these guys, so they are no joke. They'll kill your wyvern in 3-4 bites. I know that pretty much everybody who's played over here has lost at least 1 wyvern. It's very common, so you're not alone if it happens to you. Just be advised, messing with these guys, I would use a wyvern that is an extra. The other place on Crystal Isles that the Indoms can spawn is on Eldritch Isle, which makes sense because everything that's evil under the sun spawns here. Seekers are here. There's a couple wild brood mothers that spawn here and run around. You definitely don't want to encounter those guys. Gigas spawn here. Zombie wyverns spawn here. All the bad carnivores spawn here. There's these bubbles floating in the air that if you touch these with your wyvern and you're not careful, you get dismounted and your wyvern will just be hovering there. It's always stormy like this. It's always poor visibility. This is just how this area is. Fog remover will not clear it up. This is just how it's meant to look. So it's really hard to find them in here, but this is just another note of where they spawn, but I really doubt that there's a brood mother right over here. I really doubt that anybody would build a base here. That would just be crazy. There's so much bad going on in one place. So this is just another place that they spawn. Eldritch Isle is here on the map. Exact chords for where I'm at right now are 21.1, 74.9. So I have seen them spawn on top of these like plateau looking things. So the chords for this are 46.1, 54.7. There's one right there. See what I mean? There's 2. 2 of them right here. 3 of them right here. Holy. Jesus, I'm scared to even land near these things. Look at that. 3 of them just chilling. 50, 85, and a 95. That's sudden death, like for sure. Nope. Alright, so the chords for here, 45.5, 51.4. This is their other spawn point for Crystal Isles. This is over in the desert. There's 2 of them right here. The chords for here are 80, 45.6. And here's a map view. Well, this wraps up our Indom video, so I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Our servers are always recruiting, so if you are interested in joining the server and playing here, you can add or send me a message in Discord. My Discord will be in the description below. And thank you so much for your support. I hope everything in here was informative and helped you guys out.